relatively heavy, otherwise we're not going to do anything, is it?
Should get old Jakey boy filming us today. See how much we actually do in a day. It'd be fucking hell.
Right, wrap this. So we're off to James Cooper Body Transformation London today. He's one of the best PT clients at the moment in London. I mean, there's a lot in London, but he's doing exceedingly well. We're going to go talk to him today. We're filming for him actually, and we're going to talk about what we're doing for his brand and how we're trying to build his online presence, because he's got very good face-to-face and client referrals, but we've been working together, James and I, for the last few months, and we've really ramped up his level of business through digital marketing. He's recently bought a Maserati, so we'll see that today. We're going to go food shopping with him so he can show his clients what he buys. It's part of the process of what we're doing to try and help him validate him as a coach online, so that we can try and get more leads, because the website's been doing fantastically well. He's converted, I believe, every single, well, the last time we spoke a few weeks ago, he's just been on his honeymoon, so I haven't spoken to him for a couple of weeks, but last time we spoke, he has converted every single lead he's had through his website that we've created for him, which is actually a record for me. 100% conversion rate is pretty high, so we're just trying to solidify that by doing as much work to get his services across, get him across, sell himself online, and yeah, it should be a good day. Also digging up the front of my lawn today is my little brother over there, and his trusty pal Ben, getting some nice bushes in. So it's supposed to be a record temperature early June day today, so we should be sweating a lot as well. And let's get on. Alright, so we've just arrived in Essex. Like I said, it's got a Maserati, it's very nice. The plan is, going to meet James now, going to go over a few business bits, catch up, and then we're going to film him going to do the day in the life, shopping, probably at M&S or something like that. Like I said, I've mentioned before, what we're trying to do is decrease the distrust gap for him, where we're going to try and make people that don't know who he is believe what he has to say, or help validate what he has to say in terms of how good he is as a coach and whatever else. So, like I said, when you try and sell something digitally, you make a statement or a promise to someone about being able to solve a solution for them, but quite often they don't trust that. And what we're trying to do for James is reduce that distrust gap by showing people what it is that he does and how he does it, and the results that he's getting for his clients, and validating his claims of how good he is as a PT, because he's a very good PT. So we're trying to get that across digitally, and what we're trying to do is some film behind the scenes for Evolution Webs, while also filming his stuff as well. So we'll try and get a bit of both, and Jake will have to edit both of those out, but that'll be good. So it should be interesting. We'll go and meet him now, and he can talk for England, so you probably won't hear much from me, and let's enjoy it. Right, we're parked next to you, is that okay, or do we need to move it? Alright buddy, bye.
Awesome. Oh, hey buddy. We'll do. Rebecca's getting ready. I don't know whether to do the film with Rebecca and coming with shopping.
Yeah.
And bring her with anyway. She wants to come with her, so.
Well, it'd be good for you, because it's a bit more of your...
Makes you look normal. I don't usually bring her with, but...
You're in the car?
Yeah, so
Novelty not worn off yet?
Novelty's worn off. I enjoy it, but the novelty's definitely worn off.
Is it worn off?
The novelty, it feels like a normal car.
Need to get it wrapped then or something. That's why every time I get a little bit bored with something, I just
change it a little bit.
Change it a little bit. Just.
How much is that? They're not that bad.
That wasn't too bad. That was like just 40 grand, that one. It's up business, and you're not putting at least 50% of your time and effort into pushing that product or service, it's probably going to fail.
It's like
people are so skewed. They're like, well, if we get this great service and everything else, yeah, that's great. That's got to be there. But the trouble is, in today's society, everyone's service is spot on.
Yeah.
Most people do a good job now. Otherwise, you wouldn't survive. That's a prerequisite. That's just expected, right? And then then you've got to compete against everyone else who's on the internet trying to push their product, and like all these decent social media accounts and the people like.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to push money into it. And like the amount of people I keep speaking to, I'm like, well, how much of your budget goes into marketing? I'm like, either nothing or 5%. I'm like, what?
Or just put back.
Like, it's like people expect to put nothing in and get everything out.
That's actually.
I'm like, it's the same as going to the gym, right? You don't go, well, I'm going to put 5% of my effort into training and diet,
Someone bless something, and
hopefully look like an absolute like Ronnie Coleman. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to put in to get out. And that's always the same. Like the most important part of business is filtering out people that you don't want, right? So by you being you on your social media and on your stuff, although some people might be, that's not very professional. I think you're not always the most professional, but that's you. So at the end of the day, if if someone looks at you and goes, well, I don't really like him, they won't bother emailing you. The ones that do email you have already seen all of that stuff. So you've cut through all that bullshit before they've actually even emailed you. So you're much more likely to convert. You might not get as many leads, but why would you want to spend half your day messaging people back who either can't afford it, don't like you, or might not like you, or you might not fit with your model?
At least the guys, they pay for 30 euros, they don't like me, so it's fine. Can you cook patch chicken easy? So easy. A lot of my mates are like this as well. This is 4 days cooking. And so Elliot, what's your food shop come to a week normally?
Just for me? Just for you. I don't eat as much as you.
His wife doesn't eat, he literally just starves and eats himself.
I mean, I probably spend about 70, 80 quid a week on food. Get that check. I mean, I eat a lot of meat, so it's not like everything is the meat that costs money.
Everything else cheap.
Sweet potatoes,
rice.
Do you have
any veg?
Yeah, a little bit.
Have any veg, do you? Such a lot. Loads of veg.
I'm not a rabbit.
No, exactly. I don't usually. I eat my veg as well. It fills me up more.
I like veg, especially when I'm dieting. I like veg.
Yeah, when you're having more carbs. How many grams of carbs do you have in your meal at the moment?
Do about 200 grams a day.
Oh, it's not that much then.
No, well, I don't.
50 grams a meal or something as well. How much you weigh now?
92 kilos.
What? Nice shot by that as well.
Light.
Why are you so light? That's crazy. That is really light for you, isn't it? Really light. What's the most you weigh?
113 kilos.
How do you feel that way?
Horrible.
Breathless, awful.
Breathless. Like a tank. So obviously, I've been working with you for a fair few months now. Things are going really well digitally. But for those are the guys out there that are interested, how was it that you've gone from where you were, like starting, I know in a relatively short period of time, you've gone from no business to training a lot of clients, celebrity clients, high-end kind of bankers, lawyers, and got a very successful, fruitful business. Like, what was it that you did, you think, differently to maybe other people that are struggling to build their PT businesses, and has enabled you to kind of get to where you are versus where they are?
Well, first off, how I started personal training, so start right from the start, I think, as well. So I was studying at uni, King's College London, in biomedical sciences, and then I didn't mind it, but I was much more interested in nutrition. I didn't realise they did a nutrition BSc at King's. I switched to do nutrition, finished off my degree there. I did 2 years actually. I took a year off in between. Sort of got tired of studying. Went to work at Gymbox Bank in the city. Worked there for a year. Always never thought I'd ever get into personal training, but really enjoyed it. Earned quite a bit of money. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something I really enjoy. And as a byproduct, if you do something you enjoy, you'll end up with more money because it doesn't seem like work. It sounds cheesy, but genuinely put more hours in without even realising that. So I went back to uni, finished off my degree, and then went to work in a place called FE Gym with Justin Maguire, who was one of the top PTs at Ultimate Performance, which is the highest earning personal training studio, I think, pretty sure in the world actually at the moment. And I learned from him actually kind of what those guys did and how they marketed. And one of the main things they did was being results based. So when someone comes to ask you for training, what do they really want? Most people would say, oh, I want to get fitter. I want to, I don't know, what it might be, just to basically improve my fitness and health. And you go, okay, do you want to do a marathon? Or I don't want to do a marathon. I said, well, you want to get fitter, don't you? And then they'll finally come out with, actually, they want to be in good shape. They want to look good, be strong, feel good. And as a byproduct, you'll be healthier. So make sure you know what that person really wants when you get a client in. So how can you show a client that you know what you're talking about? The most important thing is to show that you have an outcome. So guy comes to you at the start, guy at the end looks better. And what's the best way to prove that is before and afters. And that's all well and good. So basically what I did was, when I left uni, was built up a portfolio. I went to actually, after going to Justin's FE gym, I went to Gymbox Farringdon to work freelance. And what I did was get all my clients in, and original clients, and pumped out loads of good quality results. And also trained some celebrity clients like Ricky, got good results with him, and pumped those out. It's all well and good saying that I have these results, but I also have to have someone that can get them out there on social media.
Quickly, can I interject? Did you think that going to work for a bigger mainstream gym initially helped you build your client base? Yeah. So now a lot of people obviously showing the results is great, but you've actually got to get a client through the door to start with. Is it worth maybe even working for free, or potentially going that's quite often what I advise other people to do.
100%. So most important thing I'd say to someone when they first start in any industry, same as working in finance, right? You don't work for smaller companies first. The best place to go is to go to a big top bank. You learn what they do and how they became successful, and you basically work for very little. So if you go to something like Deloitte, Accenture, one of the big 4 top consulting firms, they'll pay you very little at the start, but you learn off them how they run things, basically. Because as much as you think you know everything, you don't. So what I did when I worked for Justin, I learned some negative things from him that he did, but also did a lot of positive things. I took those positive things and then brought that into my own business when I left. So one of the biggest things I'd say to people is go and work for a salary job at first, a personal trainer, then you learn how to run a business, and also you learn how to interact with clients, you learn how to train people, you learn how to run your business properly. Then I'll move on to freelance. Don't do freelance straight away. I think it's silly. But you're right, that's the thing. Go and work for one of the big companies first.
Yeah, one thing that I advise a lot of younger people now to do is also that don't always have to go and work for a salary. If you go and get a secondary job and that can pay your bills, if you need to pay your way, but try and find the best person, if you want to be a PT or if you want to be an accountant or whatever it may be, try and find the best PT you possibly can, drop them an email on sort of social media and say, I will come and work for you for free. In return, that you teach me what you know.
Yeah.
And look, you'll get your foot through the door. Quite often you'll get a job out of it at the end anyway. At the very least, you'll learn how someone that's successful has built their business. Take James off. Don't inundate James now with free PT inquiries.
I get quite a few, but
for example, if it was me and I was going back to being 18 again and I wanted to become a great PT, I'd reach out to James and say, look, is there anything I could do for you for free in return that you kind of show me what you know?
Yeah, cool.
And very quickly you will bypass so many hurdles.
You don't make the mistakes that I made at the start, right?
Well, you will teach someone the mistakes, and you also show them the way it's done. And look, if you do that with a couple of decent PTs, you can take the best from all of them, and mould it into something that's best for you.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that's the thing. That person running that business, so it's like me, I made loads and loads of mistakes at the start. But it's almost for me, I'll be happy. Obviously, most PTs or personal trainers who are doing pretty well in the industry would love to help someone out because they've made so many mistakes. They don't want to make you to make that mistake again themselves, right? Also, another thing, give an idea, right? If you want to be, I don't know, top business of any sort. If you ask someone like Richard Branson, what do you do? Obviously, he's out of your stratosphere to approach him. But those kind of guys are happy to help. So it feeds their own ego as well. Literally, they're like, well, coming to me that flatters me a lot. I'm happy to help you as well. There's a lot more people out there that are really happy to help. Or what I did was got to a certain point and I didn't know how, I was full with clients, pretty much at the top end of how much I could charge as well. So I need to basically find out ways where I could reach more clients and earn more money per hour. And that's why I went to Elliot, to basically find out how to do that as well. And what happened with me, I had no website at the start. I had a pretty good flourishing business, to be honest with you. I didn't realise the value of getting a website. It was absolute madness. As soon as I got a website built by Elliot, at least quadruple the amount of inquiries I had. And also the inquiries were solid inquiries, the people that are genuinely interested in training. They knew the price already, they knew what they wanted, they're basically looking to sign up pretty much as soon as they came to me.
Yeah, we made sure that we tried to filter out people that would never have actually bought from James or wanted his service because it was either too expensive or James wasn't the right fit for him. So the ones that did actually ended up emailing in as leads were very solid leads, and you've converted nearly all of them, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much all of them as well.
So that's a massive thing when it comes to businesses. It's just as important to filter out no-go clients as it is to try and find the ones that will come. So if you be as authentic as you possibly can, be as honest and upfront about pricing, what they're going to get as a service,
people, exactly.
And people make a decision straight away whether or not you'd be a good fit for them. And if you've got that all out the way, it'll save you hours and hours and hours every single day, like letting people down or people wasting your time emailing you and not actually ending up.
One of the most important things I'd say with all business as well is to don't try and please everyone. You have a certain market that you want that come to you and that you want. Don't try and please everyone. I'm not going to be for everyone whatsoever. And actually, a lot of people into marketing will say, "Oh, James, you'll scare off a certain type of client." It doesn't really matter for me. Literally, I have certain type of clients who will come to me, and they're the clients that want me, and I want them as a client as well. So don't try and please everyone. Know your niche. That's literally the number one thing I say about sales. Know your niche. Make sure you stick to it, and make sure you hammer that. If you think about a personal trainer, right? You have 40 hours a week personal training. Fit in 40 hours. Say each person does 2 sessions a week. What's that? 20 clients. 20 clients and you live in London, that's nothing. And that will be earning, mate, if you don't have to charge them, say you're charging 70, 80 quid an hour, that's earning over 100k a year. And that's hardly any people, it's only 20 people, just that. So there's plenty of clients out there. You just need to make sure you're hitting them and basically getting them in, right?
Awesome.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Let me know when your next free, buddy. Will come down as well, the record as well. Awesome. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming down,
Awesome. We had a really good session filming with James in Essex. Jake and I have just got back, bombed it back in his Land Rover. There's not too much aircon. And it's a hot day today, so we're a bit sweaty, but we've just rocked up at the gym to do a pool session, which we're going to crank out now. It was great chatting with James as always, and it's good to see him doing so well. And all the stuff we're putting into place is going really well. So you would have seen some of the footage that we actually produced for him prior to this as well. And that's kind of typical of the stuff that we do for our clients. And like I say, it's all about being authentic and making sure the content that we produce and have our clients produce for their marketing is about them really. And like I kept saying today with James, it's as much about finding the people that you're trying to target as it is to try and filter out the people that would never buy from you anyway, because either your price points are wrong, you're not a good fit for them. Especially in PT, people need people that they can get on with. Like, look, we're never going to please everyone, right? You can't. So try and be as true to yourself as possible. Make sure the content you're putting out is authentic. Make sure it's professional, but it's authentic and it's you. And that should go a long way into cutting out a lot of the time wasters that might message you or phone you that have no intention of buying or wouldn't buy from you anyway, and making sure the leads that do email you are good leads. But yeah, hope you enjoy all the footage from today, and we'll put a bit of pull on the session on the video now. Yeah, enjoy.